Today we're going to be checking out a very cool stereo bus processor, the SPL Vitalizer Mark III. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, I'm Cole Caparoon. Thank you for stopping by for another video. This is a very interesting processor, and it's the third issue, the third version of this particular processor. They've been really popular in the previous versions, but this one just came out not too long ago, and I have really enjoyed my time with it. Now, I don't actually have a lot of experience with the older units, the two previous models, but I do know that one of the biggest differences with this Mark III is that it has increased voltage for higher headroom. So I want to walk you through all its controls and give you sound examples on a song that I mixed that's a country song, and another song that I mixed that is a more electronic style song, to try to give you guys some variety of what this thing really sounds like. We're going to explore all of its controls. I'm going to explain everything to you, and I'm really curious to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment down below as we work our way through this, and also down in the description below I'll put a link to this if you want to go check out pricing and other specs and that sort of thing. Just hit the link in the description and let's take a listen to this box. Okay, let's take a listen to the SPL Vitalizer Mark III. Now, I'm going to run you through two songs with this. One is by an artist by the name of Schmitty called Set in My Ways. It's out. These are the exact settings that I used to mix that song, so you can go listen to that song on your own time on every streaming platform and check it out. And then it's a country song, and then I will also run you through a more electronic based song, so that way we can kind of get more of a general feel for what it does on everything. This is on the mix bus for both songs. So first, let's just take a listen to it, and then we'll walk you through the controls, and then we'll take a listen to the more electronic based song. So here we go. I'm gonna put it in halfway through.
Setting my ways to a whole new direction, yeah. Making made up my train, the rocky road I was heading down. Before it settled down, dust cloud. Ever since you came around, it all looks different now. I'm loving how you setting my ways. Yeah, you setting my ways. Some old dogs doing tricks.
Now, there is a whole bunch of stuff happening in that, and to me, the standouts are the clarity, the stereo expander, and the way the bass has like this just big bloom on the bottom end. I really like that. Okay, so what do all these controls do? First up, you've got your drive control. Now, this is a parallel processing unit, and what that means is the signal is split in the beginning of it, and half the signal goes through this, and then part of it, half of it, is kept dry, and they meet at the end. So everything that's happening here is parallel. So you've got your drive, which is how much level is feeding the entire unit. Now, because this is a parallel unit, the less drive you have, that means the less processing is happening, and the more drive you have, the more intense the processing is. So drive, then you've got your bass sound, soft to tight, which is very interesting because this is basically, because this is a parallel box, this is basically like a phase shift as I understand it. So the bass sound will shift the low end content up to 1.1 milliseconds. So it's very subtle. And it literally just has, it goes from like this soft, pillowy, bloomy bass sound to like super tight and percussive bass sound. I'm gonna let you hear all of these individually here in a second. It goes on to your bass comp. Now, this is just a low frequency compressor, and because this is a parallel box, that means that this bass comp is a parallel compression for the low end. Next up, you have what I feel like is basically a tilt EQ. And so you've got your frequencies points on here. And so basically you would set your center point of your EQ, which right now it looks like I have it somewhere on like 1.3K. And then the more you dial in the process, the more extreme this mid-high tune or this tilt EQ, so to speak, the more aggressive it gets, the higher up you turn the process. Now this is a tube EQ, and it's very unique sounding. Next up, we have the coil EQ. This is called the LC EQ, but it is a coil EQ. Now, if you're not familiar with different styles of EQ, coil EQs are very well known for their pleasing sound. They're very musical and they're very natural sounding. I'm a big fan of coil style EQs. Now on the lowest end down here, it's somewhere about 2K, and it goes up to about 20K. And so wherever you, this is your frequency adjustment basically, and then your intensity is how much boost of that high shelf that you would like to have. Then you get your stereo expander, which is also tube driven, and it does exactly what you'd think it would, makes everything sound wider. So let me walk you through. I'm going to adjust all of this while we're listening to this song, and then we'll jump over to some more electronic style music and do the same thing.
Setting my ways to a whole new direction, yeah. Made up mind train, the rocky road I was heading down. Before it settled down, dust cloud. Ever since you came around, it all looks different now. I'm loving how you're setting my ways. Yeah, you're setting my ways. Some old setting my ways to a whole new direction, yeah. Made up mind train, the rocky road I was heading down. Before it settled down, dust cloud. Ever since you came around, it all looks different now. I'm loving how you're setting my ways. Yeah, you're setting my ways. Some old dogs do tricks, now they don't go together. But add a girl like you to the mix, hella boy will reconsider everything he's ever known just to give you what you want. If you think I go back, well, you'd be dead wrong. Cause oh, me is something I don't even remember. Yeah, I've never been better. Cause you're setting my ways to a whole new direction, yeah. Made up mind train, the rocky road I was heading down. Before it settled down, dust cloud. Ever since you came around, it all looks different now. I'm loving how you're setting my ways. Yeah, you're setting my ways. Well, I've been doing a lot less bar stooling, more front row viewing with a back 40 view and a wide picket fence. Baby, ever since you've been setting my ways, you've been setting my ways. You've been setting my ways to a whole new direction, yeah. Made up mind train, the rocky road I was heading down. Before it settled down, dust cloud. Ever since you came around, it all looks different now. I'm loving how you're setting my ways.
Okay, so this is a more electronic song called Losing It by Clayton Shea. You guys have seen him on the channel. I'm going to link both these artists' pages down below and links to both of these songs down below, in addition to a playlist of a whole bunch of stuff that I've worked on. If you want to go check out songs that I've worked on, there's a whole playlist down below as well. Now, I finished this song. This song is out. I finished this song long before I ever got this SPL unit in. And so this is just going to be, I just pulled up the master. We're just going to see what we can do with this and play around with this in the master. Here we go.
Now I'm losing it, going out of my mind. The screws keep losing it, trying to keep it together. There ain't no use in it. And now I'm climbing the walls, cause I had it all and I ruined it. Now I'm losing it, now I'm losing it, going out of my mind. The screws keep losing it, trying to keep it
Now, the one thing I will say is that as you move this bass sound tight, I really like the character that it produces. However, it does seem to lessen the low end. The softer settings seem to have a lot more bloom and a lot more like a softer, pillowier bass. But if you want the tight, I think you do need to boost some low end somewhere else. So I'm just going to take a low shelf on this in the box, and I'm just going to put 3 or 4 dB of low end into this, and then we're going to come back and move that tight. Okay, so I added 3 dB of a low shelf at 100 Hertz on the master, and then we're just going to play around with this a little bit more.
Now I'm losing it, going out of my mind. The screws keep loosening, trying to keep it together. There ain't no use in it. And now I'm climbing the walls, cause I had it all and I ruined it. Now I'm losing it, now I'm losing it, going out of my mind. The screws keep loosening, trying to keep it together. There ain't no use in it. And now I'm climbing the walls, cause I had it all and I
Yeah, it is interesting how as you move this tighter, it really has a pretty big impact and gives you kind of the illusion that there is less low end, but I think it's just much, much tighter. So I will say that this bass sound, and this has been my experience when I've been using this, is if you want it tight, then it definitely, you got to do that in conjunction with another EQ. Obviously, this is not meant to be the only thing on your mix bus. You need to use this in conjunction with some other plugins or other pieces of hardware. But I will say that for me personally, I think the way that the soft sound works on the bass is really cool because if I want something tighter, I will commonly just high pass it a little bit more. But having, I don't know, there's something magical about moving this in the soft direction. I'm guessing that's not what they intended. I'm guessing most people like it tight. But there's something about moving this in the soft direction that just gives everything this like bloom and this like softness, but this like, I don't even know, this like gooiness to the low end that I really, really like. So anyway, that is what this sounds like on some more electronic stuff. So who buys this? Who is this for, this SPL Vitalizer Mark III? Now, this is not an all-in-one mix bus unit. In my opinion, for at least for what I do, I definitely need more than just this on my mix bus. However, it does a couple things really, really well. That bass control, the soft to tight, is unlike anything else I've ever experienced, plug-in or hardware. I don't really know how you could possibly replicate that. So it's a very, very cool thing. It is interesting, and I said this earlier, it is interesting how as you go tighter, it gives you the illusion that you're having less low end. So you do have to counterbalance that out with the low EQ or something in your mix bus. But the ability to take something that, like kick drum, that's kind of loose and flabby and tighten it up, or the ability to take a kick drum that is lacking in low end and lacking in thickness and gooiness and soften it up and make it bigger and thicker and gooier is just, that's a cool control. And honestly, it's probably worth the price of admission just for that one knob. Because again, I don't know of anything else that does that. Now, the two EQs on here are very cool. They both sound really good, and the stereo widener sounds really good to me as well. So the person that buys this is someone who wants this style of processing on a bus. Doesn't have to be the mix bus, could be a drum bus or a vocal bus or anything like that. But you want to use this in conjunction with other plugins or hardwares, compressors, EQs, other saturation, etc. But if you are looking for that last bit of polish and that last like couple percent, this really has helped me get there. It's a very, very cool unit. And putting it at the end of my mix bus chain has been really cool to just get me just that last couple percent of polish and sheen and vibe that I'm looking for. So again, I'll drop links down below if you want to go check this out. Be sure to use those links if you pick one up, and I would very much appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.